Hello everyone, welcome to mine and the Quickie King's ride to Aldina Fire Tower. We are just shy of 100 kilometers away from the city. We have parked on North Side Road. So the tower is on top of Carson Creek Peak, which is the fourth highest point above sea level in Ontario. And on top of that is a very tall fire tower with an amazing view of the surrounding area. And we're hoping to be able to climb it because we have heard that people do climb to the top. So yeah, let's head on out. We got a long day ahead of us to get there and back. Bridge. So about 5-6 in, the road narrows down to basically a single lane. Things start getting rougher. That is literally that last house on the left that we see. And it's definitely quite the homestead shack there. So I double check back to make sure nobody comes running at us with a shotgun. We start on some, more or less it's kind of feeling like non-stop gradual uphill. And I have pretty high pressure in my tires, so I decide that I think I'm going to soften things up. I also put platform pedals on for the day so I can just ride in hiking boots. And so I didn't have to bring a change of shoes to do the hiking if I was going to ride clipless, because my hiking boots would barely fit in my backpack. So I haven't ridden with platforms in a long time. Felt kind of strange and kind of liberating at the same time. I did manage to ride up most of the steeper hills, even without being connected to the bike. And the downhills were scary at first, but then I got used to not being attached to the bike. And they're big platform pedals with lots of grip on them, so it wasn't too much of an issue. So we come to our first major fork in the road, and the navigation instructions are to head left. So right away, it gets bumpier and steeper. There was lots of these steep grunts to deal with lots of loose rock. Definitely made the ride physically challenging. And lots of footage of riding, but I spent a lot of time looking down just a few feet in front of my front wheel. So I won't bore you with a lot of it. So here's an interesting thing we came across on the ride. Now check out this tiny little beaver dam that's holding back this pond. It's like the smallest beaver dam I've ever seen in my life. And the beavers have their own little beaver hut, shack, whatever you call it. But look at the size of this. But I guess it only needs to be as big as it needs to be, right, to hold back the water. So if it's doing the job, I guess it doesn't have to be any bigger than that. There's their little house. It's a decent size. I guess it is a decent sized pond, but their little dam is that's kind of funny actually. Oh, I thought it was funny anyways. So right after the beaver dam is a downhill that's all like loose rock and gravel. It's a little bit sketchy riding down. Bike's just sliding around all over the place. On the way back, I made it like 3/4 of the way up it, and then the rear tires slipped. I don't know if I would have made it up with clipless pedals or not. It's possible, but it was a tough climb. Technical too, because you really had to measure your power output. So the further in we get, the less and less traffic has been through here, so it gets more and more grown in, and it's getting less and less fun to ride. Lots of grass, rocks, big rocks and boulders to deal with kind of thing. Trees and branches across the trail. Some of it you can ride across like this. Other stuff you would have to get off your bike to deal with it. So the fun ratio of riding a bike is starting to slide downhill. So yeah, checking on the Quickie King's GPS here. We're not all that far from our destination. He's got it marked, and so in the general direction that we're looking at there. So we're starting to get excited. We got maybe 30 minutes, away, I think, at this point. And we got a push your bike as opposed to ride your bike section.
Lovely walking time.
Another hike a bike section. A little bit of a rock field here. It's kind of gradual uphill. You could probably ride it the other direction, not too bad, but in this direction, it's not a lot of fun. So we decide that maybe now's a good time to ditch our bikes and hike in the rest of the way. He hadn't heard anybody or seen anybody else, so I mean, my bike's a few years old, but it was stupid expensive when I bought it, so it's not worth anywhere near what it was when it was new, but to replace it with the same model, the replacement model from Cannondale, is stupid expensive. So I definitely don't want to lose my bike, so we'll hide it in the woods a little bit. And make our way on foot. So I brought my GPS, my water bottle, my GPS just to keep track of distance, average speed, etc., how many feet we've climbed, all those stats that cyclists love to keep track of, because those Garmin GPSs are like information overload. Leaves are starting to change color. Maybe if we had waited another week, it might have even been more beautiful, but not that it's not particularly beautiful, because it is.
And I'm probably going to buy...
So this climb is so gradual. Right there is about the first time that we have any sort of real view to check up to show how high we are, and we're quite high. So now we're essentially at the summit. It flattens out. There's no more uphill really to be found, and now we're looking for the fire tower. We don't seem to see it anywhere. The trail scoots off to the left or goes straight ahead. Quickie King's complaining about the battery life on his GPS. I say that the trail there on the left is much more used, so we're going to head off into that direction, and it turns out it is the correct direction to go.
It's looking like this is
there, I say, let's go this way. Quickie King has actually been here before, but he approached it the other direction, and he came in the wintertime, so it's like a different world in the wintertime. Place doesn't look anywhere near the same.
Yeah.
So now we're looking for the tower, and we stumble just right upon it. There it is. Ta-da! In all its glory. And it is pretty big and pretty tall.
Does the ladder like go up and in and extend a little ways into the cabin, so it makes it easier to climb on when you're coming back down, so you don't have to like reach down and...
So now we have to see if we actually have the balls to climb this thing to the top. So the Quickie King had been here before, but he'd come from the other direction. The trail that you see, it continues on. He came from that direction. So it's a straight up ladder. There is a metal cage with some ribs, metal ribs, periodically to try and protect you in case you fall. But yeah, straight up, cold metal ladder. Rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to climb first. I don't know if that's called winning, being the first to have to go up. But yeah, we're actually going to attempt this. So Quickie King goes first. I follow. So here we go. So it took us about 2 hours to get here. I think a little over 2 hours. So we're both already weak wobbly legs. And so now I'm already not feeling comfortable with the idea of climbing to the top. I'm feeling weak. So I'm deciding, am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? So I go up a little more. So there's the metal ribs that are designed to protect you. So I guess in case you fall, you'll just land on those and probably break an arm or a leg, but you won't fall all the way to the bottom. Cell phones don't work out here, so you're kind of on your own if you hurt yourself.
No, that's okay.
And all these thoughts are going through my mind.
Do it. Take your time.
So I think at this point I tell the Quickie King I'm not comfortable doing this. Quickie King's telling me how beautiful the view is. Oh man, you got to see this. You got to come up here. So I still thinking, okay, maybe I'll try it. And I think I do go up a little bit higher. Yeah, I think, okay, maybe I'm going to do this. Considering all the physical effort I put in just to get to the tower here, it would be a waste to not climb it. But again, the higher I get, once I get essentially above the trees, and yeah, I don't particularly like heights. I thought I'd be able to deal with it and do it, but I start feeling kind of vertigo-ish and decide that no, I am not going to continue on up. So cut to camera 2. Big thanks to the Quickie King for having balls big enough to actually climb all the way to the top. So the best way to thank him for this awesome footage is to subscribe to him. So there'll be a link to subscribe to the Quickie King. Feel free to unsubscribe from me for being such a pussy for not climbing. And so yeah, we'll let the Quickie King give you the rest of the commentary.
From a very good vantage point. And you might want to watch out for one of the steps because it kind of goes off. You're not? Okay. Okay. I have a harness if you want. No? Okay. Yeah. Woo! This is really high. Damn. Yep. She's woo! I like to think that I'm brave, but this is pretty scary shit. Oh my god. You can literally see all around. Whew. Come on, knees, don't fail me now. So this is a ladder vlog. How do you guys like it? It's a new thing I'm gonna try out, you know? Ladder vlogging. Oh, there's a bird. Hello! Hello, crow! Woo! I'm not gonna look down. Not gonna look down. I'm getting, oh fuck. Sorry about that. Oh. This is a little bit sketchy. Oh, and a little windy. Come on, don't fall off. Oh. And it's a little cold up here. Oh wow. You can really see. Wow. Lake down there, some more hills. This is pretty much, I don't know if you can see, but it's like a little plateau right here. All the big trees that are bigger around here. And it's like a very, oh my god, steep plateau. There's a cable. I don't know if that's for. Be able to hear me. I wonder if you can hear that wind, because I sure can. Oh boy.
Oh, well, looks semi-solid. Where should I step? Near the bolts, probably? Yeah. Okay. Let's not step. Oh, God. Well. Hello down there! This is really high! Yeah. So where are we? Okay, that's north, east, south, west. Oh, there's Tower Mountain right there. You know that dirt or the I forgot I didn't make footage for that. But, that way is Tower Mountain. That's where Super Hooligan did his video where he crashed. Boyle Road goes along. Actually, oh, you can see it. Mainly. Wow. Oh, sleeping giant way out there. Wow. You can see it. I can see the sleeping giant! Yeah, that way! It's so weird! I'm gonna come down now. Okay. So, there you go, YouTube. Scared shitless, this video. Well, here you go, YouTube. This is for you. Freaking scary. And windy. Okay. Oh god, that is. Why is that loose? Why is that loose? That's not cool. Why is that loose? Oh, I don't like it. Oh, and then this thing is definitely on its way out. Yeah. Oh god, the whole thing is shaking. Time to get out of here. I think I should do that oh god. Not cool, not cool, not cool. I think I should do a ladder slide, guys, huh? Well, I'm not going to, so. I want to take my dirt bike up here. Well, not up here, but on that trail. It was so nice. Oh. So yeah, sleeping giant that way. That's so cool. Memorial Road that way. Whitefish Lake that way. Where is it? Oh god. The only thing I don't like about this is the misstepping that I'm doing. Yeah, this is cool. Or do a zip line down that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Next time I should bring a zip line. Yeah. That would be pretty good. Woo! It's kind of weird because like right here, there's barely any wind, but up there it's just howling. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 2 steps at a time. No, just kidding. Oh, okay. Well, tilt that down a bit. Okay. See you guys there. Get a better view. It also doesn't help that I'm so tired and my legs are shaking. Whew. Well, there you go, YouTube. Oh, man. Whew. Coming back down to earth. That was really high. But there's actually like a handle right when you get to the top. So it's like a nice big iron handle, but the whole thing is like pretty run down. So I was like, what? Yeah. So I was like stepping around where the bolts are, just in case. Oh wow. But you can see all the way to the Sleeping Giant actually. Yeah.
Wow. Isn't it?
Ladder slide? Ladder slide? Ladder slide?
So again, huge thanks to the Quickie King. Without his footage, making this video would have been pointless. Or this whole adventure we did would have been pointless if one of us didn't go all the way to the top and get that video footage. So yeah, subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the Quickie King. They'll have all the links you need in the info box, and there should be an annotation. So he takes a little break here, and then we head on back. Another 2 hours to get back. So the whole adventure ordeal took a little over 4 hours. So thank you for watching. Bye.